There are two types of people in gaming, and it all boils down to how you react when you see the phrase Soulslike being used to describe a video game that you're interested in playing. The first type of player is going to be ecstatic to take on this extreme level of challenge, dying over and over again in the name of getting good, taking each tragic loss of progress in stride and using that frustration to propel them forward to the next environmental storytelling prompt. And then there's folks like me, those who don't have the patience to attempt a boss battle 40 times in the hopes of finding the get goodness within themselves. The people who would rather have regular checkpoints and a story that doesn't need to be pieced together like a broken vase you're trying to hide from your mother. The players who just want the option to toggle difficulty levels to make for a more universally enjoyable experience. Folks, I've gathered y'all here today to petition for difficulty options in our Souls-like games. Now let's get this straight once and for all. The true intended Souls-like difficulty should always remain the default option because there will always be someone eager to take on this challenge and achieve that Souls boner. However, myself and others like me are just looking for the addition of options. Now you're always going to have your players and developers that argue that the true vision and intent of a game is found in the challenge level, and while that's valid and certainly well within your rights to believe, I think it's a bit of a closed-minded way of looking at the world. Have we considered those that may be interested in the lore of a Souls game, perhaps really enjoy the characters, the dark mystical environments, maybe even the fighting style, but just aren't able to put in the time or don't have the skill level to perfect their gameplay? Is the developer's vision truly to exclude players? I'd also argue that the addition of difficulty options takes nothing away from these folks. They can still play for their lives with all accessibility options turned off, with the difficulty cranked up as it's intended. Nothing is taken away from them other than limiting those who can share in this gaming experience, which feels, quite frankly, a little elitist. Is the very existence of a difficulty option enough to bruise a fragile ego? If you told me that a developer wanted to add an insane chop your dick off difficulty level to my favorite video game to make it more appealing to a wider audience base, you best believe I'd be ecstatic that more individuals can share in my joy. Why does the opposite not apply? And again, I'm all for players achieving the most epic of Souls boners as they die repeatedly and trudge through the same landscape, bypassing the same enemies for hours on end, but I'm also a bit saddened that more casual players like myself will never experience the mysterious city of Krat in games like Lies of P, simply due to the fact that the very first boss mutilating me 50 times in a row just isn't gonna be fun. It's a shame because I love so much about this genre of games, so then why does it feel the need to push me away? But I am just one man who has enjoyed a variety of video games for the past 35 or so years now, so let me know in the comments below. Do you like that Souls games don't offer difficulty options? Do you think they should? I can't wait to hear from you all, and thanks for supporting independent content and games and opinions like this one here at I Dream of Indie Games.